Hello and welcome to HONOO Afterburn. I'm your host, Brick 9mm. Tonight we are in for big battles and bigger news, as kicking things off we will have Sam Bopp, the boxer, take on Todd Mitchell, the man with the undefeated streak, versus the master of speedruns. And the next, Bluce, the karateka, will take on Stein, the kickboxer. Afterwards, the exciting announcement will be made. Midnight Jones. Who will invest in Midnight Jones? It's now time for Sam Bopp versus Todd Mitchell, kicking off this edition of HONOO Afterburn. Now, Sam Bopp is undefeated, a very skilled boxer, perhaps the best boxer in the entire promotion. But he's got a lot to watch out for when he goes face to face with Todd Mitchell, the master of the speedrun. He speedruns his way every week to death. But this could be his night, because this is Todd Mitchell we're talking about. He is the master of the speedrun. Now Sam Bopp, his matches are quicker than Todd Mitchell's. But when he goes face to face with the incredibly talented Todd Mitchell, I don't know how he can hold up. Because if you look at Todd Mitchell and you look at Sam Bopp, and now Sam Bopp is very skilled, but Todd Mitchell is wearing a singlet. As he locks in Sam Bopp's arms, that hold could be deadly. Bopp is getting a few jabs in, but those mean nothing compared to excellent holds such as these. Mitchell is demonstrating his superb blocking ability, blocking 4 strikes. But Bopp is sneaking them in there. He's gotta sneak them in there against a man like Todd Mitchell. Todd Mitchell gets him down on the mat, but Bopp gets up, pops right back up. Mitchell is continuing to try and get in a good position, but Bopp is not letting him do it. Bopp has him locked in a short uppercut for just a moment. Mitchell with the excellent counter with that shoulder. Jesus, someone needs to get that checked. Someone call the paramedics. Mitchell continuing to show his excellent knowledge, whereas Bopp can't even keep up with those moves that are actually landing. Mitchell with a tackle. He misses the mark by just a centimeter. He could get the leg up on Bopp here any moment now. Truly, he's psyching Bopp out here. I don't know how Bopp can handle this. He lands it! Spear! Mitchell is one of the best the game has to offer, as he demonstrated just right there with the spear, closing out round 1. Bopp continuing to lay in with those jabs, but Mitchell is in a class of his own. With another devastating latch lock. Mitchell barely misses the mark and is down on the ground long enough for Bopp to get some strikes in. But Mitchell hits another spear! Mitchell! Bopp! The excitement in the air tonight is electrifying. But Bopp seems to be getting the upper hand here. But do not underestimate, never underestimate the master of the speed run, who just folded down on the mat. Bopp with a devastating strike rush. But Mitchell has skill for days. Mitchell has skill for years. But Bopp is aiming to kill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mitchell with an excellent getting to his feet on the 5 count with the devastating German suplex. But Bopp just firing away, uppercut after uppercut, warming Mitchell up for his signature move, the uppercut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can Mitchell get up?
8, 9, 10.
Mitchell, just another victim to Sam Bopp and his deadly finisher, the uppercut.
コルゲンコアを買っていく人を見るとそりゃ嬉しい。もう愛しちゃいそう。でも買っていかない人を見ると自分の力不足を感じるのです。風に
Welcome back to tonight's edition of HONOO Afterburn as Bluce makes his entrance for this match. Bluce versus Nein Stein. It is Karateka versus Kickboxer. Now, this is Grappler versus Striker, but Bluce is very focused on quick kicks. Perhaps the Karateka who focuses the most on his kicks. So he definitely has a fighting chance here tonight as he faces Nein Stein. Stein representing his home country, Germany, with those excellent trunks of his. Now, Bluce has a very even record in HONOO so far, with 1 victory and 1 loss, whereas Nein Stein has only fought in HONOO once before, with 1 victory. Both these men starting off with quick kicks. Nein Stein looks to take the lead with that double knee strike to the head. Already, this is a very striking-focused matchup, but Bluce shows us that he knows his fair share of holds. Stein with the big kick. Fails to knock Bluce down, but the more he takes. But Bluce locks in that cross-arm breaker for just a second. This is a very fast-paced matchup. I'll be surprised if it goes 2 rounds. Peppering in the kicks, but Nein Stein with the devastating strike rush. Nein Stein's striking ability doesn't lie solely with his kicks. Nein Stein is clearly outpacing Bluce here in every respect. Of course, Bluce has the immediate advantage on the mat, but it is unknown if he can get Nein Stein down long enough to take that advantage. Nein Stein just strike rush after strike rush. He's going the penalty kick, as made famous by pro wrestling legend Wild Mike. Nein Stein is running wild, but Nein Stein, penalty kick. This match is insane. This match, Bluce with a devastating hold just as the final second of the first round passed. Nein Stein is relentless with his tributes to Wild Mike. There's Nein Stein with a devastating rush. This could be it.
2,
Can Bluce get up?
4, 5.
Bluce gets up at the 5 count. Bluce with a devastating Shote rush, but Stein, he isn't even dazed as he fires back with another devastating strike rush. And another penalty kick. But Bluce pops right back up. That's the thing with the karateka. The more damage they take, the more damage they deal out. And the more they get up, just like that. But Stein is relentless in his assault. 2 fierce low kicks, one after the other. Bluce narrowly avoids a third. Bluce is absolutely still in this fight, but with every penalty kick, Stein looks to seal his fate. He is just relentless in this assault. But Bluce will keep getting up. You have to learn to change up your strategy when you're fighting a karateka like that. Of course, that could have been it right there. With a third fierce low kick and another devastating strike rush. He is just taunting Bluce because he knows, despite all that damage the karateka can take, sometimes it just piles up. Becomes overwhelming. Stein has sealed himself, has cemented his place as a top competitor here on Afterburn. Seconds away from the start of Midnight Jones versus Ricky Quick. Who invested in Midnight Jones? Who will back Midnight Jones, the hottest young prospect in HONOO thus far? What the hell? Is that... That's Community Chest! Midnight Jones! It's Community Chest, that bastard Mr. Monopoly! He did it again! BDW was not good enough for Mr. Monopoly. He had to put his grubby little hands on HONOO 2, on Midnight Jones. I can't believe what's going on here. Mr. Monopoly has infiltrated the land of holy integrity, the land of Bushido, HONOO Pro Wrestling. Mr. Monopoly, the madman who drives companies to their knees. And here he is managing Midnight Jones. He is the man who invested in Midnight Jones. I hope Ricky Quick takes Midnight Jones down, limb by limb, with holds like that. The cameraman, don't make me look at Community Chest again. This is an affront to everything HONOO Pro Wrestling stands for. Midnight Jones is a monster by association. Now Ricky Quick better put on a good performance here tonight, because we know Lukas von Hahn, his opponent, is watching him closely backstage in preparation for the final match of their best of 3 series at HONOO number 2, the second pay-per-view. Midnight Jones is pacing himself. I wish he'd pace himself right over to the unemployment line. God, why? Why is Mr. Monopoly here in HONOO Pro Wrestling? How is he working in this business again after last time? Ricky Quick with the skillful hold there. Catches the arms. Cameraman has obviously been bribed to remind us every second of this match that Midnight Jones has accepted blood money. Of course, as for this match itself, they're pacing themselves. Midnight Jones is not showing that hunger anymore because he is clearly content with that cushy funding, that purse coming to the ring with Mr. Monopoly and tail. But Ricky Quick, you can still see that burning spirit in Ricky Quick as he fired off cross armbreaker after cross armbreaker in that first round. Ricky Quick is taking the clear advantage here. As he just traps Midnight Jones over and over, but Midnight Jones! That monster! After a careless match, he knocks Ricky Quick out with an equally careless strike. Damn you, Midnight Jones! It is now time for our HONOO Afterburn main event. Yes, you heard me right. Richard Richards, star of the HONOO GP, is not here to make an announcement. He is here to fight. Fight he will as he takes on the top hybrid fighter of HONOO Afterburn, Lukas von Hahn. The perfect palate cleanser after that horrible announcement that Midnight Jones is going to be working with Community Chest from now on. Community Chest is career poison. If only Ricky Quick could watch this match backstage like Lukas von Hahn just did with Ricky Quick's match. Now, Richard Richards has a very good record in the HONOO GP so far. He could win the entire thing. This battle between hybrid fighters is guaranteed to be exciting, as both very skilled men are at the top of what they do. To reflect that, both men have been very defensive so far. Taking any risks at such an early stage like this is a bad idea when your opponent is just as good as you are. Richard Richards quickly, with those wear down, taking Lukas von Hahn to the mat. He won't stay there for long in these early stages, but with more headbutts like that, with more mounts like this, knee strikes to the abdomen. Lukas von Hahn with the chicken wing was not locked in long enough to make a major impact, but both men are breaking down each other bit by bit. In fact, Lukas von Hahn seems to have the striking advantage so far over the star of the HONOO GP, Richard Richards. But only time will tell if that remains the case, with as Richard Richards hit that devastating Shote rush, but Lukas von Hahn answers with a palm strike rush, followed by the sweep kick, but Richard Richards locks in the ankle lock. A hold Lukas von Hahn knows very well. Richard Richards is relentless. Both men have shifted into high gear as the seconds tick down. The end of round 1. Going into round 2, both of these men have gotten serious. This will absolutely be a spectacle for the ages. Richard Richards, the Shote rush, a hook, but Lukas von Hahn pins him down with a strike rush to the face. Punches was very brief but very effective. Richard Richards counters. Lukas von Hahn with a counter of his own, continuing to work on that ankle. Another palm strike rush, followed by a cross armbreaker takedown. Lukas von Hahn could just win. He could defeat Richard Richards, the star of the HONOO GP, by working on that ankle, taking out that ankle instrumental in Richard Richards' finisher, the 540 kick. Lukas von Hahn counters and gets in a devastating amount of punches. Richard Richards needs to get out. But Richard Richards locks in the ankle lock once more. This match is perhaps the best we have ever seen on HONOO Afterburn. The star of the HONOO GP does not disappoint. That must have really done a number on Lukas von Hahn, but Lukas von Hahn is in the fight. He is here. He is taking out Richard Richards' ankle. Richard Richards is getting desperate with that headbutt, but Lukas von Hahn is gaining the advantage here. Richard Richards lands the headbutt with a devastating strike rush. The rush that toppled the wall. A match between two men, two very skilled men, ends with Richard Richards, the star of the HONOO GP, standing tall. Lukas von Hahn may have lost, but he has definitely earned the respect of HONOO GP star Richard Richards, lasting 2 rounds and 4 minutes with Big Dick before losing to a devastating strike rush on the mat. Thank you for watching tonight's edition of HONOO Afterburn. Good night.